my name is Jennifer Fraser. I live in Chester, Nova Scotia, Canada. And about me, um, I think my purpose and the reason why I'm here is to help others be successful and live their full life. Um, I really enjoy seeing other people happy. And so I spend a lot of time, whether it's with my kids, my husband, my friends, or people that I do business with. So I think that's how I came to find myself in the job I am now, where I get to work with entrepreneurs. And I just love seeing someone feeling so confident and so happy and living their full, purposeful life doing something that they love to do. And it's taken me a while to navigate my life. Um, to finally be in a position where I can help others, but boy, am I for having a lot of fun. So when I think about my kids and my family, um, I guess I should start by saying that I grew up with a mother who suffered from um, mental health issues, so bipolar and schizophrenia. And it was really hard as a kid growing up to understand the illness. And I think it's helped me understand to accept people for who they are and what they are, and not judge, and to try and bring out the best in people and to be patient. So I try to take that thinking and that learning and apply it to being a good mom. And to me, that means being patient, listening, a lot of listening, and then pulling out from them and asking them a lot of questions about, well, what is your passion? What is your dream? What do you want to accomplish? How do you want to get there? You know, those are small obstacles. You can overcome this if you're really passionate about something. And often, if they make a mistake, which we all do because we're human, I try to take everything and reframe it into a positive. What can we take away from this experience? How can we take this really maybe bad, terrible situation and turn it into a positive? What have we learned from it? What can we do differently next time? And facing these things head on to overcome that so that we can be better people and better the next time. So I think I do that with my kids, but I also try to do that with myself. Like there's been a lot of things that happened to me personally. I've lost my job. I've been unemployed for a year, not feeling like I'm meeting expectations of my family or myself, and in really bad, like negative, depressive state because I thought I was a failure. And I took that time to really reflect and sit back and think, you know, who am I? Like, why am I really here? If I had to do something that I would just do for free, what would that be? What would that look like? And so I think taking that negative situation, using the time to really reflect, meditate on who am I, has led me to where I am and in what I can do today with my kids and with my job. So it certainly helps and takes away all that negativity and doom and gloom when every time a bad thing happens. So I don't know, I think it really helps me, and I try to help others see that too, so that we don't dwell on all the negative and we turn it around into, okay, how am I going to take this and turn it into a positive and just use it for power, for really leveraging it for your strength. So being a coach, working with especially female entrepreneurs, I find we have to be, what do I want to say? I want to be trusted a friend and advisor. So a lot of the people I work with, I'm like, you can do this. Like, you need to fight through this. Be resilient. Don't see everything as an obstacle. How are you going to overcome this challenge? Let's turn that around and make it, a smaller scale so it's manageable and you can sleep at night. Who are the people that we need to connect you with to make this happen? I find this collaboration that we bring as women and the energy and the positivity that we can all bring is so extremely powerful. And I think women need each other. We are other pillars for one another. And without that, we feel kind of like, oh, I don't know if I have all I need, or all that it takes to do what I need to do. But together, you feel like a Wonder Woman and you can do anything. So you're absolutely right. Resilience, being innovative, thinking bigger, those are all things that I try to do. And when I get to work and live in my small community, in the, outside of Halifax, especially in small communities where women, a majority of the businesses in my area are women led. And they're in their homes and they're in, they've got a little corner in their home where they're working on something. So it's so very exciting to be able to help them with that. The question of asking for help, absolutely. Like, I think as women, we're really tough on ourselves. We expect ourselves to be perfect at everything. And I think what's helped is when I can share with them studies and research that we've done at BDC where, um, you know, we've investigated how entrepreneurs like their skill sets and where their strengths are. And men and women alike can't be expected to be an expert in finance, in sales, and people, and leadership, and all of these things. Um, so we have to accept the fact that we're really good at maybe one thing, which is our business idea, maybe telling our story and sharing passion about that. But to be an expert at everything is unrealistic. So when I see that someone has brought in help for sales and marketing, I try to focus on that. Look where you have taken someone in who's, maybe a little bit better at sales and marketing, and you've asked them for help. What are some other areas that you need help in? It's not um, a bad thing to admit that you don't have financial acumen, which is a very important thing to understand to run your business. Let's get you the help and expertise that you need so you can flourish and grow. And let's transfer those skills onto you so that you can be even better and stronger and thrive and feel confident and comfortable. So I think when you hold their hand and you say, it's okay, you're allowed to not feel completely 100% about everything because it's unrealistic and unfair for you to put that expectation on yourself. So let's work with, some others to help you along that path. Honey, I think about kids all the time, and especially women and daughters. And the first thing I think about when I think about kids and young ladies, it's all about building confidence and showing them whatever they're passionate about, that they can accomplish anything that they set their mind to. And I think whether it's playing the violin, the piano, dance, sailing, hockey, whatever it is for you, having some small milestones and achievements, just getting out there and showing up is a big accomplishment for some people. And so if you slowly build this confidence and recognize and reward small milestone achievements along the way. I think it helps build internal confidence. It reduces anxiety, which a lot of young people are having. They're too worried about what other people think. I think it's very important to celebrate their individuality, the uniqueness, the diversity that each person and young lady or man brings, and to recognize the special skills that they bring and what they really love and enjoy. Also, setting a really good example. Like, look at me, I'm human, I'm your mom or your sister or your aunt, and I was so very much afraid to start this business, but you know what? I'm doing it. And here's how I'm doing it. I'm engaging other friends and family. I'm engaging experts to help me. I'm seeking advice. I'm talking to a lot of people to get different ideas. So, setting an example, I think, is another thing that we can do for young people to show them. And third, there have been so many people that have helped me that I can't help but want to help them. So, making connections, sitting down and having conversations with young people about what their aspirations are, just to help them go through that journey, have the conversation, and give them ideas on who else they should be talking to so they can start navigating and figuring it out for themselves on what their next steps are. So I guess those are the three things that I really think about with young people and how we can best support them on their way. So failure is your best way of learning. And my boys ran into some trouble when they were in high school. And um, one of my boys was with a group of friends and got into trouble. All the kids were taken by the police and put in jail. And my son won't mind me telling the story because he said it was the best learning experience he ever had. He had to pull himself out of his situation and recognize that he was on a bad path and that he needed to make a choice about his decisions and what he wanted to do and take control of his life. He owned it, and unfortunately, some of his friends didn't. And so when you can own your mistake and say, I want to do better and apologize and do some community service and things like that, like he never takes life for granted or his freedom as a result. So the decisions he's made now are much more thoughtful because he understands consequences and he understands um, that he is the one in control of his success and his failure. I feel so happy right now because I'm so living on purpose right now. It's been quite a ride for me through my life trying to navigate and figure all that out, but I just turned 50 a month ago. And I am so super happy that at 50, I've never felt better than I have my whole life. So I'm living my dream. I'm doing what I want. I'm positive, and everything's great. So totally acknowledging what you're happy for today and being grateful for just the sun shining and breathing and getting out and enjoying the day and just being happy in the now.